Time for round 3. We are on the draw, but we have Library of Alexandria, so that should be amazing. Not mulliganing. Okay, we're playing against the aggro deck, so I don't know how much time we're going to have for this, but I'm going to play it anyway. I mean, drawing an additional card each turn has to be worth it, and we have some fast mana. Hopefully he doesn't have a red sword to deal extra damage to us. Attacks and isn't blocked. Okay, this is good against artifacts. Now, I don't know if I should have played this differently. No, I think discarding and then always drawing a card in his turn has to be a good play. And getting that Shelldock Island play is also a nice thing. I kind of like Lotus Bloom here more than drawing 3. Could also just go for Monolith, but Bloom has a reasonable shot at casting Griselbrand, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty far off still, but getting 3 extra mana has to be good thing. This could be pretty crucial, yeah. If he doesn't add much power to the board, I have much more time. I also want to deplete my library pretty quickly. I might want to discard Time Twister against an aggressive deck. Okay, that's not Hero of Blade Hold, but still a pretty enormous creature. So that's actually 9 damage, which means I need to win next turn. That's going to be difficult. Very difficult. Maybe impossible. Okay. I can use Scroll Rig at any time to find some more cards, but I'm very constrained on my mana, so don't know if that's actually going to accomplish much. Now, I could of course Seething Song, but then I only have 5 red, which isn't going to win me the game. I can Frantic Search first, getting closer to that Lotus Bloom mana. And I might actually want to Brain Freeze myself. No, then I still can't Seething Song. I'm kind of out of luck here. I think Frantic Search first has to be a good thing, but I have to make sure that I don't miss some kind of card I can find with Scroll Rig to win the game. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's happening. If I Brain Freeze myself, I'm still missing mana. I think with only 3 lands in play, it's almost impossible for me to win. I can go down to 5, that doesn't make much of a difference. I could have also shuffled with for Scroll Rig, but yeah. This isn't looking too amazing. If there was some way to survive, then we would be fine, but I don't see it. And we can't even cast Lotus Bloom because there's still 2 cards left in my deck. I can draw 1 with Library, but for the other one I would have to spend mana, which I don't have. So can now scroll rack, but my deck is very light on answers. I can't really deal with the hero. So I don't think I can do anything here. What I could do is Seething Song for the full amount and then try to find Empty the Warrens, but he has Hero of Oxid Ridge and that prevents exactly that. So I think I'm going to try it anyway. I don't see any other outs here. Sadly, I don't have Lion's Eye Diamond, otherwise I would drop the diamond. Oh, that works, right? No, that doesn't work because Squirrel is worded differently. I thought you could do the LED in between, but that doesn't work. So now I have 4 red and all of this stuff, but I can't really do anything with that. No, I'm just going to concede here. Yeah, that was an easy way to beat me with the haste creature. I might still want to use Yoshi Apprentice, if only to block in the early game. And it does block all the creatures he's shown me except for the hero. So I kind of like that better than Remand already, but Intuition is also kind of slow. Time Twister against aggressive decks is a liability, but I need the draw 7s in this deck. So it's either Intuition or Gifts Ungiven. Intuition seems like the worst card, and Remand is actually pretty good against him. I could also go for Forbid to buy some more time and not worry about Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, I kind of like that. I need to make my deck a little cheaper to have a shot. Actually, Shriekmaw looks like a good addition as well. Maybe we can drop the Scroll Rack. It hasn't been amazing. Still keeping in most of our good cards. And then having some more ways to interact with his board. That's pretty explosive hand. It's not doing much otherwise, but I'm not going to mulligan. I do need to find something to do with my mana. He also has this Vandal that could just eat me alive, but I now have Shriekmaw, which I could draw. That's interesting. Oh, okay, Sol Ring. It looks like he's on 1 land. If he goes Battlefield Forge first, but that's not necessarily the case. I don't want to lose my land to any kind of Avalanche Rider shenanigans. And let's hope that he doesn't have an insane 4-drop here. Sol Ring is just unfair. Okay, that's not too bad. Doesn't make use of his Sol Ring and needs a lot of time to level up and so on. So I'm actually quite happy about that. Here I feel like I have to keep open Forbid. In the best case he just levels up his Dragonlord twice, but then I still have an insane hand, and if he plays something good then I want to be able to forbid it. Revelark. That's actually not that amazing, but I'm going to counter it anyway. I could also play the buyback, but I don't think that's an option with this hand. Going to tap out pretty early. That's a Yoshi Apprentice. Okay, it's not the worst. But now can't drop all of these, and I kind of want to keep some cards for a potential Mind's Desire. So just going to play the Relic and the Apprentice. Now he's free to do whatever he wants to do, but I need to find some good cards pretty soon anyway. I might also just block with Yoshi Apprentice next turn, but I want to get at least one card out of it. That's a Lion's Eye Diamond. Doesn't look too amazing, but what can you do? Now, the Power Stone isn't going to generate mana when I need it. The problem is, if I drop it now, I can't use the Apprentice profitably. So, let's see. I'm on 12, so if he attacks me for 5 and he has the hero, it's 9, 11, maybe 12 with the enchantment, but then my Apprentice can't block anyway. I think I could try to just draw a card now, rather than chump blocking, and then I still have all the options regarding these cards. Riftwing Cloudskate. Yeah, I feel like I just play this, sacrificing the bloom. The diamond is also not great, of course, but I need it for the storm count. 4, 5. Problem is, if I sacrifice the bloom, I won't actually have enough mana to do anything. So maybe I just have to take the damage next turn, not play the Cloudskate, but make sure that I have Dynamo and Power Stone in play. That wouldn't make for a large Desire though. Let's see, if I have 4... Lotus Bloom also casts Grizzlebrand, if I should find it. This is difficult. Yeah, the Cloudskate probably isn't going to cut it, and if it is, then it's probably still enough next turn, depending on what he does here. Then I know if I can afford to cast a Cloudskate or not. I wouldn't mind a Tolarian Academy into Mind's Desire. Whoa, I might just be dead here. No, I'm going down to 2, so I'm almost dead. If he has anything, I'm... Oh, down to 3, okay. So now we have to find something. Shadowlock Isle isn't great because I still have 26 cards in my library, so I need some very good cards now. Maybe a Time Twister or Memory Jar would do it. Let's see. That's an island, that doesn't really help. So let's get a black. And we kind of have to use the Apprentice now. We are down to 3, so if we bounce the Ram Gang, he has... Well, if he doesn't have a red mana, he can always level this up and kill us. Now we have the Cloudskate, so if we bounce the Ram Gang, and he recasts the Ram Gang, then he might not have another red for the encampment. And then we could actually block and survive. But that's very optimistic. So alternatively, we have 7, 8 mana, 9 if we play a land. So we could actually go for well, for the plan of drawing a Desire. he doesn't have a red source currently. He would have played it. So it's not unreasonable to try to live for one more turn, even though it is kind of greedy. Especially given that we won't be drawing a card. But we could maybe drop something else into play. Whoa, this is very close. So yeah, he didn't have a land. He didn't play a land. So I don't think he has one. And if he has a burn spell, he's going to kill us. But if he had a burn spell for 1, we would probably be dead already. And he still draws another card. So it's really not looking too great. My only hope is, why did he only play Goblin Guide and Gito Encampment? What are his 3 cards if they aren't lands? It's maybe some non-haste creatures, which would be the best situation for me. So if I use the Yushi Apprentice to draw any 3, and somehow I should be able to play the Dynamo of the Bloom. Oh, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, isn't looking too great. 5, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to try to survive one turn. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but bouncing the Ram Gang looks like could work out. Could also bounce the encampment, as it doesn't have haste. And it constrains him on mana, so if that was his problem, then we might also survive. Does make it much easier for him to kill him with what he has, though. I like bouncing the Ram Gang better. Or, yeah, I have to bounce the Ram Gang, I think. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I do want to draw cards, which means I want to have 3 mana left, which I could do with the Bloom. But if I want to use the Bloom, it's actually better to get the Dynamo in play to have more mana next turn. So Island, Dynamo, and can I? Yeah, I probably messed that up again. And I have to use the Relic and this to cast the Cloudscape. And then I'm going to use the Yoshi with Lotus Bloom, which is pretty miserable, but I'm grasping at straws here anyway, so we might just be dead. He doesn't have a red source. That's a start. Now if he has a 6-drop like Inferno... No, he would have cast a 6-drop last turn. He might still have only the non-haste creatures he had last turn. Don't think he has a 7-drop now. Okay, he has Hero of Oxide Ridge, but didn't want to cast it last turn, I guess. Don't know why. So the hero kills us again. No chance there. I should have drawn with Yoshi first, but I'm dead, so I didn't. Yeah, too bad. See what we would have drawn: Ancestral and Remand. No, that wouldn't have done anything. Could have remanded my Lion's Eye Diamond for 2 mana, drawn into Plateau, and then I would have been dead. I don't see how we could have won that. Could have dropped Sheldock Isle, then hoped to deplete my library to a point where it would have been active, Maybe that would have been a better draw, better game plan. I'm kind of confused why he has the hero. He didn't play it last turn, and I think it would have been lethal, but yeah, that's not really our concern. Yeah, not a good matchup against the red-white aggressive deck. Not quite the brutality of the mono-red, but still far too fast for our slow Storm combo deck. Only a 1-2, but that's why we took a Swizz with cards like Sol Ring and all this power. It is kind of tough, but I hope you enjoyed this little bonus draft of me trying out the Power 9 cube with a Storm deck that didn't Storm all that often, but I think we saw some sweet wins. As always, I'm Simon Gertzen recording Simon Says for MTGOacademy.com. See you next time.